Well, hello friends, Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally does not work. Well, it is, of course, Sunday night. The first half of the Kansas City-Denver game was about as ugly as it gets. I mean, literally, it was ugly. 10-3. You know, and people are saying, how the hell did we lose to both of those teams? You know, here's the thing. The Dallas Cowboys get all the love, all the plug, everything, right? So what happens is teams look and say, that's the team that I want to make sure I beat. I looked at these Raiders who didn't get the calls that they did last week and watched them against Washington. It doesn't look like the same team. We always get the best of everybody. We do. It's just the way it is. Now, we have, or at least Dak Prescott's going to be, I shouldn't say we, Dak Prescott. Dak Prescott has owned the Washington football team in his career and is 7-1. And the one loss, I remember being there. And where they had one of those calls that always goes against the Cowboys. Only time I've ever seen this called. You know, watch a punt. Watch a field goal. You'll see the long snapper there, you know, with the ball. He's kind of looking between his legs and things. He's adjusting the football and stuff like that. Well, in that game, after Jason Garrett had about a minute and a half and only ran 2 plays, decided to settle for a long field goal. Instead of trying to get a few more plays in to get a closer field goal to tie the game. No, Jason Garrett, we're okay with like a 47-yard field goal. Well, the official called moving the football, simulating the snap is what they called it. And it ended up being that we got a 5-yard penalty. It was a longer kick after we had kicked it right the first time, and we lost the game. It's the only game that Dak Prescott has been a loser to with the Washington football team. Now, it was funny in the chat today because I had some Washington fans saying, you know, but the Cowboys lost 2 straight to us. We own them. So, unfortunately for Washington, and I don't wish injury on anybody, for Washington, Logan Thomas, their tight end, who's had some injury problems this year and is a big part of their offense, unfortunately tore his ACL and his MCL, and he is done for the year. This is a big blow to the Washington offense because that is one of their big weapons that they have. But make no mistake about it. We can talk all the trash we want to and say Washington sucks and things, but remember what that defense did last year. Remember, they were a playoff team last year. Remember, Mike Greenberg said they could be one of the best teams in the NFC. And here's the thing that's crazy is, from week to week, you don't know what team is going to be the hot team or not. Teams will be good one week, bad the next. It's the nature of the beast. Now, for me, I'm excited because I still have you guys that are emailing me. Is it too late to get tickets? We are literally going to take over a section. I believe, at last count, we're somewhere near around 70 seats from people that are somehow connected with the Joe Boo Sports Report. I don't know if all of them are fans of the show, but I hope after going to the tailgate and going to the game and knowing that they got a great price on it, that they will be followers of the Joe Boo Sports Report. And not all of them are Cowboy fans, and that's okay. We're football fans. But what you have to understand is, for me, this is big. This is huge because growing up, my dad being the Dallas Cowboy fan and growing up in Virginia, when the Washington football team was so good and so well positioned, you could not get season tickets if you wanted them to. There was a waiting list that they said was 100 years long. That people put the tickets, season tickets, in their will and passed them down in their family. They were one of the best franchises at the time. In the 80s, they won 3 Super Bowls. And it was rough. being a Cowboy fan growing up here. Trust me, it was rough. I remember football, and when you get old, everything's the golden age when you were a kid. But I remember how it was a different genre. Nowadays, guys, from all the teams and stuff, they go work out together in Florida or Arizona and things like that, or California. They're buddies. They're changing jerseys and stuff in the games and giving shoes away. When I grew up, it was different. First of all, there was no internet. So you had what was known as bulletin board material. Second thing, there wasn't free agency. So players that were Washington players were Washington players. Players that were Cowboy players were Cowboy players. And because they weren't millionaires like they are now, they went to regular jobs in the off season. They didn't train together in Florida or Arizona. They trained and got together and got in shape in training camp. So you didn't have that connectivity that you have now where it's just a job. Back then, it was about passion and fire and bragging rights. What it used to be when I grew up between Washington and Dallas, the buildup of this for the week, the bulletin board material, when you had George Allen talking about how much he hated the Cowboys, and guys like Dexter Manley say he's going to clean up Danny White's clock. It was war. And literally the air was electric between the two teams. The biggest battles, the bloodiest battles, the fight, the trash talking. And see, most of my family is Washington fans. My dad and me, Cowboy fans. My brother Greg, they have a running bet every week. So this week, and the funny thing is, Greg, you know how you are. Because see, Greg, just like my cousin, as soon as the game was over, called to say, how about them Redskins? Like a cockroach, Greg. Yes, Greg, you're a cockroach. Because when Washington loses, you can't find you. You can't find you. You know, you go in hiding till you know the coast is clear and they get another victory. But see, it's about being able to not physically beat somebody down like, Eagle fans always want to fight, but it's about talking that smack, about knowing that my team is better than yours, or my team beats you, at least on that day. This is what I look for. But unfortunately, for so long, the Cowboys and the Washington football team, formerly the Skins, we just ain't been those teams. That mostly what we were only fighting for was bragging rights. Right now, Cowboys, we get this win, we coast right on into the playoffs. We coast. It's easy. You'll have 9 wins. You'll have a chance to be a higher seed. We got something to play for. Washington right now, crazy as it seems the way they start out in losing key players like Chase Young, Montez Sweat, and now Logan Thomas, they're the 7th seed. They got something to play for because they're trying to play to keep a spot. It's what I've asked for a long time. Because, see, you want to be the Dallas Cowboys that demoralizes that Washington football team, that kicks them back down to the basement with the Eagles and the Giants, that you show no mercy so you can be bragging and not finding, like my brother Greg, my cousin Daniel, is talking that schmack. That's what this is about. And man, I am so excited. I am so ready. I'm not ready. I got a lot of work to do between now and then to get this shit ready. Oh my God, I got a lot to do. But we're going to be ready. We're going to get this shit done. We're going to have a good time. We're going to be hanging with you guys. Whew. And hopefully, we're going to earn them bragging rights against that Washington football team. It's been a great day. Shout out to everybody who wished my wife a happy birthday. I appreciate that. She appreciates that. And God willing, I'll be here tomorrow. Talking about my favorite thing in life. And that's football and the Dallas Cowboys. Be safe, y'all. Oh, got to turn the lights off over here. Be safe, y'all. See you in the morning.